down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down throw for Young. He's going to go up top for the... He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Try to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Right 20! Right 20!
Play action now. Vick toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And that will be incomplete as well. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at the 43. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Powerful running, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, that was big. Needed a few yards to pick up the first. Slim lead here in the fourth quarter, and they turn to the big fella, the fullback, to get it done.
And you know, as my partner, you know I'm old school, right? You know I love those mastodons that carried the ball way back in the day that were a key part of the offense. And now, when they need them, when they need those key yards, those tough grind-them-out yards, the fullback's going to get the ball.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They get it to him running left. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jerry Rice taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Vic will look to throw on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
White 90, white 20. White exit.
3rd and long for Vick. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the gun, Vick. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down, Vick. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Edelman there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go along.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Rams have got it back.
As I say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And now out on the the field. Here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go now.
Young here to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You know, when you go through scouting reports, you go through everything. Height, weight, speed, the whole deal. They knew that they had a 4-inch height advantage there and tried to make a play on a 50-50 ball, didn't they?
Yeah, took the shot downfield. Hey, give them credit defensively. Maybe 4 inches shorter, but able to jostle it free.
Feisty. Feisty.
They run play action for LT, and now Young forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the... Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So here's Vic following the interception. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Steve Atwater with a pick.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And Young's going to throw it here. He's going to go up top again. It got his man, complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
It's Young on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Incomplete. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent.